Hey everyone, talking about light blue summer vibes pour Homme by Dolce & Gabbana, the newest flanker in the light blue line, released in 2023. The notes in this are just mentioned as being lemon, cypress, and amberwood. I'm sure there's way more than that going on, but that's all the brand officially says. It's actually been kind of a modern trend in designer releases to only say like one top note, one middle note, one base note, and leave a lot of stuff out, but yeah, lemon, cypress, and amberwood. So this has elements in common with some of the other light blue flankers, but it really does go in a different direction in many ways. Not necessarily the most creative or unique or like, oh my god, I can't believe Dolce & Gabbana did this, but for the light blue line, it takes away some of the central aspects that were in most of the ones so far. For example, the lemon and cypress instead of the tart, bitter grapefruit. And lemon and cypress go really well together, so I like that combination. I like grapefruit, but sometimes the way it's done can just be a little bit too like kind of sour. Some people get a almost bad breath type of odor from certain grapefruits, including from some in the light blue line. But yeah, lemon and cypress, nice kind of calm, invigorating combination. The amberwood adds this creamy vanilla muskiness underneath that comes out more and more as it dries down. And that aspect is very reminiscent of one of the light blue flankers, which is the least popular one, but my favorite, light blue Love is Love pour Homme. That one's basically like a citrus vanilla ice cream. There's literally like a vanilla gelato note in it, and that has amberwood as well. Yeah, this smells way closer to that than any of the other flankers, in my opinion, especially by the dry down. I mean, there's a lot in common at that point. And that also has some similarities with Light Blue Oh Intense for Women by Dolce & Gabbana. Not that this is feminine leaning overall, but just it's really not like most of the others in the light blue masculine line, except for the Love is Love edition. It definitely does smell a bit, designer department store generic in terms of the quality, which is to be expected from anything by Dolce & Gabbana in their normal price line like this, at least. This is $91 for a 75 milliliter, $115 for a 125, but that'll drop a lot, I'm sure, once this has been out long enough to hit sites like FragranceNet. Yeah, it does get a little bit cloyingly musky from the amberwood as it progresses, but all things considered, I personally do like this more than most modern designer releases. But if you don't like the idea of amberwood, which is like a musky vanilla type of smell basically, coming out so much here, then I wouldn't try it if I were you, because you think, oh, cypress and lemon sounds good, because there's a lot of that amberwood musky vanilla side of it. I've said this many times, but after I smelled Secretion Magnifique by Etat Libre d'Orange, I developed like this musk aversion to a certain type of musky note or whatever that ended up ruining Dolce & Gabbana Love is Love pour Homme for me. That one was full bottle worthy for me, but now I just get too much of that musk here. So I'm getting a little bit of that same vibe here, but I still do kind of like this overall. And yeah, I think totally worth trying if you like lemon, cypress, and like musky vanilla. But if you don't like musky vanilla, again, that's a skip, but I do think it's a more interesting vanilla than the like kind of just typical powdery kind that's done in like almost all the other recent masculine designer releases from the year. But yeah, Lin's masculine, moderate longevity, low to moderate projection, I would say, and I will link in the description where you can check it out.